Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your hats, because in the next few minutes, I'll take you on a journey through the fascinating world of semiconductors, a mysterious realm where ordinary people can transform into tech stock tycoons. If you're still regretting missing out on Bitcoin, then today's video is absolutely unmissable. In this digital age built on 0s and 1s, there's a magical little stone that not only supports our smart lives, but is also quietly shaping the future. Yes, it's the semiconductor. This is no ordinary stone. It's the heart of electronic products and the soul of the information industry. But don't be fooled by the seemingly boundless halo of the semiconductor industry. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. It is directly affected by macroeconomic fluctuations, much like a roller coaster in the stock market. One wrong move, then you might plummet from the peak of tech stocks right down to the bottom. Hello everyone, I'm your friend, Life Winners. Welcome to my channel. Today, the term semiconductor most commonly refers to integrated circuits, also known as computer chips. The semiconductor industry is one of the most critical sectors in the global economy. This is not just an ordinary silicon chip. It is a bridge to the future and the foundation of the information industry. By product category, semiconductor products can be divided into four major categories: integrated circuits, up to electronic devices, discrete devices, and sensors. In global semiconductor and products, integrated circuits account for more than 80% of the market share. Subdivisions include logic chips, memory, microprocessors, and analog chips. They are the core components of most electronic devices and the foundation of the modern information industry. However, this industry is also like a high-risk adventure. The investment is huge, and so is the risk. Every restructuring of the industrial chain, from integration to vertical division of labor, aims to meet market demands more efficiently and accurately. The development cycle of the semiconductor industry experiences significant fluctuations approximately every 4 to 6 years. This cycle is influenced not only by the macroeconomy, but also by downstream application demands and factors such as production capacity and inventory. The semiconductor industry is like a vast and complex maze, with extensive downstream applications, intricate production processes, diverse product types, and rapid technological advancements. Every advancement in this industry drives our lives forward. So today, I will be your guide to provide an in-depth yet easy to understand exploration of the semiconductor supply chain mysteries. From the global market scale, the structure of the end product market, to market trends and growth factors, we will cover it all. But wait, there are also constraints and market segment analysis that we cannot overlook. Most importantly, I will review the major companies engaged in the semiconductor industry and their estimated market values, making you the semiconductor expert in your social circle. Global semiconductor industry market size. According to the World Semiconductor Trade Statistics (WSTS), the global semiconductor industry market size increased from $338.93 billion in 2016 to $574.084 billion in 2022, with a CAGR of 7.98%. In 2023, the global semiconductor market size is $611.35 billion. It is expected to grow from $681.05 billion in 2024 to $2,060 to $0.59 billion in 2032, with a compound annual growth rate CAGR of 14.9% during the forecast period 2024 to 2032. Semiconductor industry value chain. A single integrated circuit IC chip packs millions or even billions of transistors onto a square inch or less of silicon, underpinning nearly all aspects of contemporary technology. The complexity of semiconductors extends to their production process, which takes 4 to 6 months and involves more than 500 discrete steps. From specialized design software to manufacturing plants and dedicated testing facilities. As a result, the semiconductor supply chain is highly complex, fragmented, and internationalized. According to consulting firm Accenture, the various inputs of a typical IC chip must cross more than 70 international borders before the final product is delivered to consumers. Leading chip sellers typically have tens of thousands of suppliers distributed around the world. Understanding the structure of the global semiconductor manufacturing landscape is crucial for participants in technology stocks. We need to understand the ever-changing supply chain. Particular attention should be paid to some diversified and highly specialized companies. In this industry chain, I will provide you with the most valuable companies for reference, so be sure to stay until the end. Design. The semiconductor manufacturing process begins with design, sketching out the blueprint of a chip architecture to optimize certain parameters, including cost, power consumption, and capacity. The design sector includes pre-competitive research, design automation software (EDA), and core IP. Core IP refers to reusable intellectual property IP components of the chip design that are licensed for repeated use. The United States leads in semiconductor design, with American companies holding more than 40% of the global IC design market share, including revenues from EDA, semiconductor IP, and design services. As of 2021, three companies, Cadence, Synopsys, and Mentor Graphics, a subsidiary of Germany Siemens, accounted for 70% of the EDA market. Core intellectual property. American and British companies, such as Intel, Cadence, and ARM, are leaders in the core IP sector. According to estimates by Georgetown SET, in 2019, the United States and the United Kingdom together accounted for more than 90% of the core IP market. Manufacturing. Materials and chemicals. Raw materials and manufacturing materials, such as silicon wafers, photomasks, and photoresists, as well as certain chemicals, are necessary inputs throughout the semiconductor manufacturing process. Europe, though not large, occupies a critical space in the material supply chain, particularly in chemical supplies. Silicon wafers are the most common type of semiconductor wafer, with a wide range of production sizes. In 2021, silicon wafers held the largest share of the materials market, accounting for 1/3 of total semiconductor material sales. Over the past 20 years, the market for silicon wafer suppliers has become increasingly concentrated, decreasing from over 20 companies in 1990 to 5 companies in 2020, controlling approximately 95% of the market share. Shin Etsu Chemical Co., Limited, of Japan holds the title of the largest silicon wafer manufacturer, accounting for 29.4% of the global market share in 2020. Sunco Japan, GlobalWafers USA, Siltronic Germany, SK Siltron South Korea, and Soitec France together account for 65% of the global silicon wafer market. The supply of photomasks and photoresists is also primarily dominated by companies from Japan, Taiwan, and South Korea. Manufacturing equipment. The precision required by semiconductor fabs is the most demanding of any manufacturing industry in the world. Semiconductor manufacturing equipment (SME) helps achieve the precision, scale, speed, purity, and reliability required for sustainable semiconductor production, but it is costly and extremely difficult to manufacture. SME includes front-end wafer manufacturing and back-end semiconductor assembly, testing, and packaging equipment. Most of the world's fabs are located in the Asia-Pacific region and the United States, with equipment suppliers headquartered in Asia-Pacific countries holding 77% of the global SME market share. The United States leads in fab and advanced packaging equipment, while Japan leads in assembly and testing equipment. The United States and Japan together supply more than 70% of the world's fab equipment, assembly, testing, and packaging ATP. Japan is the largest supplier of assembly equipment in the Asia-Pacific region. The United States holds a 35% share of the global testing equipment market, behind Japan, with South Korea in third place with just under 11%. The vast majority of ATP facilities, over 95%, are located in Asia-Pacific countries, with OSAT providers primarily concentrated in Taiwan, China, and Southeast Asia, particularly in Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam, and the Philippines. Semiconductor market growth factors. The growth of the semiconductor market is driven by various factors, including the development of the Internet of Things (IoT), artificial intelligence (AI), wireless communication technologies, consumer electronics, data centers and cloud computing, automotive electronics, as well as government policies and investments. These include rapid development of the Internet of Things (IoT). IoT devices require a large number of sensors, microcontrollers, and communication chips, which are important applications of semiconductors, such as Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and cellular communication chips. Integration of artificial intelligence (AI) technologies. AI technologies require powerful computing capabilities and efficient data processing, all of which rely on advanced semiconductor technologies, such as processors specifically designed for AI computation, GPUs, TPUs, etc. Advances in wireless communication technologies. The rollout of new generation wireless communication technologies like 5G requires a large number of high-performance communication chips and RF chips. Proliferation of consumer electronics such as smartphones, tablets, and smart home devices require high-performance processors, memory chips, and sensors. Demand for storage. Smart devices require a lot of storage space, driving the demand for NAND flash and DRAM. Growth of data centers and cloud computing. The rapid development of data centers and cloud computing drives the demand for high-performance semiconductors. Data centers require a large number of processors, memory chips, and networking equipment. High-speed storage. Data centers need high-speed storage solutions, such as NVMe SSDs, driving the demand for high-performance storage chips. Development of automotive electronics. The development of automotive electronics, especially the promotion of electric vehicles and autonomous driving technologies, requires a large number of sensors, controllers, and communication chips, as well as efficient battery management systems and motor controllers. Government policies and investments. Many countries are actively promoting the development of the semiconductor industry to enhance their position in global technological competition, driving the growth of the semiconductor market. Limiting factors. As technology advances, higher capital costs and reduced inventory can hinder market growth. The industry's major risk factor is its high dependency on the U.S. economy, as the U.S. plays a dominant role. The country's unstable leadership could create turmoil for market growth. Additionally, tariffs imposed on all industrial goods and basic commodities have hindered the development of the chip manufacturing industry. Furthermore, rapid technological advancements and the advanced integration of electronic systems and devices with high procurement and supply costs have impeded market growth. However, growth in potential revenue and demand for technologically advanced products are offsetting market impediments. List of major companies in the semiconductor market. Major participants in the semiconductor industry are focusing on strengthening their product offerings through new innovative products with enhanced technology. The value of the semiconductor market. In 2023, the global semiconductor market is valued at $611.35 billion. Fortune Business Insights Inc. predicts that from 2024 to 2032, the value of the semiconductor market will reach $2,062.59 billion. The compound annual growth rate CAGR is 14.9%. Storage devices will lead the market, becoming the main component segment in the market. The growing use of products in consumer electronics and integrated circuits integration is a key factor driving market growth. Broadcom, Inc., Intel Corporation, Samsung Electronics Co. Limited, and Qualcomm Technologies are the top players in this market. The Asia-Pacific region holds the largest market share. By application, the networking and communication sector is expected to grow at a significant compound annual growth rate during the forecast period. Okay, that's it for today's video. If you're interested, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you all, and goodbye.